ladies and gentlemen, history is about to be made. The first ever steel cage match here in Rumble Wrestling's history, and it's about to go down on Rumble Wrestling TV. I'm Aaron Nix. This is a steel cage match for the Rumble Wrestling Championship, which was vacated by Danny Black. Mr. USA in the highly predictable All-American affair against the red, white and blue with the stars, the white stars, of course, of Sid Manelli, the heart and soul of Rumble Wrestling, looking to recapture the belt that he never lost, might I add, or he never had a chance really to defend properly. Unfortunately, he suffered a knee injury right at the beginning of that infamous triple threat match. Never had a chance to defend the Rumble Wrestling Championship, which was then won by Danny Black, who now has vacated it due to touring obligations, international restrictions as well. And now Mr. USA is looking to ruin the comeback story and take what he believes is rightfully his, the Rumble Wrestling Championship. A steel cage match, you can win by pinfall, submission, or by escaping the cage through the door or over the top. Referee Dave Macro in charge of this Rumble Wrestling Championship matchup. Who will leave Ashford as the Rumble Wrestling Champion in our first ever steel cage match in 40 years of Rumble Wrestling history? Talk about historic, yes indeed. And now Mr. USA looking to escape, and the camera's inside the cage, getting a little up close and personal with these combatants. Sid Manelli comes off the rope, shoulder tackle to Mr. USA, goes over the top of the sweep and now counters the hip toss and delivers one of his own. We want more is the cry from Sid Manelli to this 400 plus strong audience here in Ashford. Irish whip reversed. Sid Manelli goes over the top, comes off the ropes, ducks the clothesline and gets plucked out of midair by the ever so powerful and ever so repugnant Mr. USA. Sid Manelli escapes and sends Mr. USA crashing into the side of this steel cage. Once again, it's the cry. We have to thank our friends at SWF and Kapow, particularly, of course, the magnificent Big Rich, Billy Broad, and family, and of course Chris K, who have provided this steel cage, ladies and gentlemen, for this historic show here in Ashford. ANDmedia at ringside capturing all the action. That's why you can see every little bit of Rumble Wrestling TV, all the angles, all the excitement captured by ANDmedia. And of course Tony Ham is also ringside, having the opportunity to photograph this historic moment in Rumble Wrestling. And Mr. USA is looking to wear down Sid Manelli and take what he believes is rightfully his. Mr. USA, who hasn't seen Rumble Wrestling TV for a number of months, finally says, I am back. And of course, a proud component of the Trump administration, a proud supporter, of course, of Trump, has been rallying for Trump for many, many, many years. And we all laughed at him when he came out with his flag and said Trump 2024 campaign. And yes, now who's laughing? Well, Mr. USA is probably laughing his behind off. Now with a permanent fixtured visa here to work in the United Kingdom, is looking to make Sid Manelli's life a misery. And if he can escape the cage right now, well, he would have become the new Rumble Wrestling Champion. But Sid Manelli holding on for dear life, and Mr. USA says, fair enough, you want a bit more? I'll give you a bit more. Steel cage match is such a unique and devastating and dangerous animal in professional wrestling. The cage itself is a weapon. There are no disqualifications, there are no rules. You can beat your opponent to a bloody pulp, or you can escape as quick as possible, as Mr. USA has already proven you can attempt to do so. And referee Dave Macro checking for a submission right now. Mr. USA just sitting in on the back of Sid Manelli. Dave Macro can check on Sid Manelli to make sure he's winning to continue. Dave Macro completed Mr. USA wants to let the man up. Bottom line is steel cage match, sunshine. He can do whatever he pleases. There's nothing you can do about it. You are there to count the pinfall or to ascertain who has escaped the cage first. That's it. Oh my God, Sid Manelli. Well, it's all legal, even though it was inadvertent. A low blow to Mr. USA, courtesy of Sid Manelli. Now an Irish whip off the corner. Mr. USA was trying to put the brakes on, but unfortunately he's caught his leg in the ropes, and that is certainly not going to help the next generation of Mr. USAs. This crowd here sold out over 400 strong, roaring their approval. They want more. This dangerous steel cage environment. 15-foot high steel cage, courtesy of SWF Power Wrestling, erected around this 16-foot ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Irish whip into the corner, and of course a slightly larger ring as well. As we've mentioned before, there have been a few times where we've had that larger ring span, and that may suit certain wrestlers more than others, because Sid Manelli's so used to working in a 14-foot professional wrestling ring. Back to the 16-foot ring opens up a little bit more room to work with, but also makes it just a little more difficult to traverse around the ring. This is a bucket. Referee Matt Wilson's on the outside to open the door. Does so, and I think Mr. USA is looking to escape. Sid Manelli now just driving him into the cage, doing whatever it takes, driving him into the top turnbuckle, trying to stop him from leaving the cage. Mr. USA breaking the eyes, and instead of escaping, opts to get back in. Not entirely sure how smart that is, but Mr. USA wants to make sure that Sid Manelli is categorically down, I assume, before he escapes, to ensure that he gets a far easier and smoother escape. Because every time he has tried to leave this cage thus far, Sid Manelli has been right there to put the brakes on. See right there, Sid Manelli struggling to regain his composure. Not only do you have to factor in the devastation and the power of Mr. USA's hoop slam as an example right there, you also have to factor in this steel cage, this element. I'm entirely sure whether Mr. USA and Sid Manelli have competed in a cage match before. I have been told they have done, but I have not personally seen said footage, but so I'll take these gentlemen's word for it. They certainly look like they're comfortable on the top rope, but that is a dangerous position to be in nonetheless, and Sid Manelli comes crashing off the top rope to the floor, and Mr. USA is able to hold on, and now is perched on the top rope. And aerial assault's actually slightly easier in a steel cage. For anyone who's been in, they'll know as soon as you get to the top rope, you can use the cage as leverage to balance yourself. Well, he was going to deliver a double axe handle, but he got caught in the midsection. Sid Manelli catches Mr. USA coming in. Now Mr. USA is going to have to do it all over again, but Sid Manelli is building up a head of steam here in Ashford with clotheslines, looking at Irish whip. Mr. USA off the ropes, who counters an Irish whip with his own. Sid Manelli ducks the clothesline, ducks the back elbow. He's building up a head of steam, as I said. Oh, and a double clothesline, and both men catch each other in the middle of the ring, both thinking the same thing. Single time these two men have met, it has been with extra visceral reaction, ferocity. They absolutely despise each other, do Sid Manelli and Mr. USA. And Mr. USA is looking to escape the cage, by the way. He's halfway out, his body's halfway out, and once again, from the depths of despair, Sid Manelli is able to reach in and grab hold of the ankle, but Mr. USA trying to drag him back into the cage, and USA desperately trying to hold on to the door and trying to hold on to the rope. Sid Manelli using every last ounce of strength and power, trying to drag Mr. USA back into this ring. Does not want to cede the Rumble Wrestling Championship opportunity that is available to both of these men. And they're both back in, and now the referee is obliged, referee Matt Wilson, of course, to shut the cage. And now both men just teeing off on each other on their knees. Desperation time here inside this steel cage. A historic moment for Rumble Wrestling. The first back rake by Mr. USA. It's all legal, by the way. The first ever steel cage match in Rumble Wrestling history. How fitting that these two ever-long rivals for so many years will face each other in this historic first in Rumble Wrestling. There can only ever be one first. Line crossbody, Mr. USA catches Sid Manelli in mid-air, and just delivers that beautiful fireman's roll onto the shoulders. And oh man, Sid Manelli only barely got his shoulder off the canvas before the 2 count came down for a 3. Dave Macro was in perfect position there. Sid Manelli is in serious trouble after that fireman's carry roll, and something that's been exercised for decades in British professional wrestling, of course made famous by Fit Finlay himself. That brutal fireman's roll, and now USA, I believe, has loosened the mask so he can breathe just a little bit more. And now he's going to, well, I think he was looking to deliver yet another roll, but Sid Manelli somehow able to escape over the top by the door. Oh man, I don't think Sid Manelli even realises he's by the door. Maybe he does now. He had a little look over his shoulder. Oh, drop kick. Oh my God! Sid Manelli has just won the Rumble Wrestling Championship in the most unique of moments. And
ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the contest, and once again, Rumble Wrestling Champion, Sid Manelli!
Sid Manelli's everlasting grip on the Rumble Wrestling Championship continues, but the story here is the fact that he won it courtesy of an assist by his own opponent. Mr. USA drop kicked him out of the cage inadvertently. I don't think Mr. USA can quite believe what just happened, and Sid Manelli has somewhat stolen the Rumble Wrestling Championship due to the mistake of Mr. USA and that drop kick. By hook or by crook, Sid Manelli says that you are the loser, I am the winner. Sid Manelli is once again Rumble Wrestling Champion.